What's up, guys? How's it going? Let's see. I'm going to send this out in a tweet real quick. Hey, what's up, man? How's it going? We're going to get started here in just a minute. Nice. I hate how... Oh, man. This mic totally gets in the way of my left monitor, so it's hard for me to see, it's hard for me to see what's going on over there on my left monitor. What's up, Scott? How's it going, man? It's really tough to see what's going on my left screen. But anyways, we're just going to go ahead and get started. How does that sound? Sounds good to me. Let's get started. All right, so taking a look at CoinMarketCap, like we always do to begin the stream. Bitcoin is sitting at $59.51 on CoinMarketCap. Now, that's obviously an inflation due to the exchanges that have Bitcoin set at a higher price. I base all of my Bitcoin valuations on Coinbase because that is the exchange that I use here in the United States. It's one of my favorite exchanges out there just for security. So Bitcoin is valued at $59.51 here on CoinMarketCap. Ethereum is at $175 today, which if you had listened to my proposal to buy Ethereum on Sunday, then you would be up about 12% today. So really big gains there in just the past couple of days on Ethereum, like I thought we would see. There was a little bit of a lag there between when I thought it would occur and when it actually did, but I knew that it would definitely see a breakout just because of everything that has been going on in the market and the fact that the developers are pushing forward in Ethereum 2.0 at a pretty quick rate. Bitcoin Cash and XRP we don't really care about. Litecoin is going to be very interesting to watch just because it's halving soon. So this summer we're going to see the rewards from mining Litecoin halve again, which is definitely going to boost up the value of Litecoin. Maybe not too much, but I could definitely see Litecoin reaching $100 again by the end of this summer. EOS, another one of my favorite cryptocurrencies, is currently sitting at $4.93. I think that this one is very undervalued at the moment just because it's not being utilized for its purpose yet. People aren't the dApps just aren't there yet for EOS, but once they get there, I think that this is going to have huge upside potential. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that, but that could be, 5-10 years down the road because, Rome wasn't built in a day, but EOS has a lot of potential. Binance coin down almost 2% today. Not really sure what's going on there. I think it has to do with the maintenance that they're doing on Binance today. I saw that withdrawals and such were halted so that they could do some maintenance on their exchange. Maybe that's what's going on with that. Or maybe people are taking profits, you know. A lot of people bought in whenever they heard about the DEX and could easily be taking profits. Tether, I'm not really sure why people are still using Tether. It's clearly been a prop for a major scam here in the crypto space. I really don't even know why it's still listed on CoinMarketCap, to be honest. It's a fraud, and I don't think it should be here. Now, you could make the argument that that would be a form of censorship, and you wouldn't be wrong. But I don't think that we should support scams in this space. That's just my personal opinion. Stellar down over 2% today. That's another cryptocurrency that I could see having huge upside potential. With it being only 9 cents, there's a lot of room to grow there. And Stellar is paving the way for our financial system, essentially, to create those fast microtransactions on a blockchain using financial institutions that are already set in place. So I think there's a lot of room to grow for that project as well. Cardano is another really big project that is the president, Charles Hoskinson, really, really great developer, brilliant mind. That project is down over 3% today. And I think there's sentiment out there right now that people are tired of waiting for the next update on Cardano. But I don't think there's really anything to worry about. They have a ton of developers that are hard at work, just trying to mathematically prove all of the things that they're trying to accomplish. You know, they're all about the science behind this. And they want to make sure that everything is absolutely perfect. And I have no issues with that. I currently don't hold any Cardano. I did at one point whenever it was at its all-time high, and I sold and took profits. I might pick some up very soon here. We'll see. If it continues its downtrend, I'll definitely pick some more up. Tron is up 1.27% today. Tron is a project that I definitely could see having a lot of upside potential just because it's so known. You know, you hear a lot of people asking that have no idea about the cryptocurrency market. They start asking questions about Tron and what I think of Tron, and it just amazes me. It's like, how do you know about Tron, but if I mention Ethereum, you have no idea what I'm talking about? I think that things that are known in the space by outsiders that don't really know what's going on have a lot of potential to grow. So Tron is another one of those platforms that is going to enable dApps, and one of the biggest dApps in the crypto space is actually on Tron right now. TronBet is a huge casino that has tons of volume. I think it has like the largest volume of all crypto casinos right now. So really big deal there. If they continue to bring in these decentralized applications onto the Tron network, they're going to see a lot of growth. So, all right, let's move on from CoinMarketCap. Wow, okay. So Bitcoin just hit $5,900. I wanted to point this out. We're not really seeing a lot of volume right now, so I'm not sure how long this uptrend is going to last. However, there's a strong push to move past that $6,000 resistance. If you go back in time to August of 18, you can see that the current resistance used to be our support line. And eventually, in November of 18, that support was just demolished. The price fell and we hit rock bottom in December. So we've slowly been climbing back up to where we're at now, but $6,000 is definitely going to be a huge resistance. Now, once we break that $6,000 mark, and we'll definitely break the $6,000 mark this year. I think the next resistance that we're going to be looking for is around the $6,500 to $6,600 mark. Somewhere in between there, we're going to find that next key resistance. And, if we continue to break these resistances like they're nothing, then we could easily see 10K by the end of this summer, I believe. Now, none of this is financial advice. Please remember that, guys. I'm not trying to tell you to go out and buy Bitcoin. That's not my intention here. I'm just trying to spread awareness and call it like I see it. Time to buy Ethereum. We just talked about that. When do you think? Do you like any other ones? So I definitely think that right now is a great time to buy Ethereum. Now, people might take profits in the coming days just from that last bump that we had, and it might need to cool off a little bit, but Ethereum is only going to go up from here because everything else is going up. With Bitcoin going up, all alts are going to go up, and also with Ethereum getting close to Ethereum 2.0 and Casper, we're going to see a huge bump in the market for Ethereum. Scaling, like I said in my video on Sunday, is a very big deal, and Casper is planning to solve that. Casper plus sharding. So I think Ethereum has a lot of room to grow. Let's not forget that Ethereum's all-time high was almost 10x what it is right now. So I think that there's a lot of room right there. All right. Next up, one thing that I thought was pretty cool that is being introduced in the next few weeks is a startup that plans to launch trading and mining for Bitcoin. Now, this startup has been working on this project for a while, but it seems like a really interesting project. So really, really cool things happening there. It's always nice to see more startups coming into the space. That means that we're growing. So anytime we see even small projects, at one point Coinbase was a startup, and look at where it's at now. So really, really cool stuff there. What up, Clay? Thought we lost you in the bear market. I've always been on the sidelines throughout this entire process, but I've never lost hope, D-Gold. I've definitely just been waiting, and I think right now is the time to get back in. We'll wait and see. I could be incredibly wrong about that, but I've never lost faith. Bitcoin has been around for 10 years and people have called it dead plenty of times. I've never lost faith. Been in the market since 2012. So I know that with Bitcoin comes some roller coaster ups and downs. All right. So this article on CoinDesk is talking about the break above $6,000. We just talked about that a little bit looking at the chart. This article talks about how fundamental reasons might be the reason for this. This blockchain, this New York Blockchain Week could have something to do with that, because it's a very big conference for a lot of very important crypto people. So, me being a fundamentalist, I could definitely agree with some part of this, but I don't think that's what's going on here. I think there are a lot of other reasons as to why Bitcoin is going up in value right now. Moving on. Okay, so something else that is really big news for Bitcoin is a new Bitcoin improvement proposal. So for those of you that don't know what BIPs are, they're basically proposals that developers in Bitcoin use to introduce new soft or hard forks to the network, essentially trying to improve the protocol. And one of the newest innovations is something called Taproot. Now, Taproot aims to make Bitcoin more private. So let's just read this first paragraph right here. Taproot is introduced, which is a code change that is designed to increase privacy of the coin. With this code, all transactions on the blockchain look the same to outsiders, which would basically mean that one user's transaction would be indistinguishable from another's. What this means also is that Taproot would hide Bitcoin users' advanced payments, so that any complex payment would seem like any other mundane one. Now, some people might come out of the woodwork to say that this is just going to help people that are using Bitcoin illegally it's going to help further their cause. And that might be right, but at the same time, you have to think this is a form of money. This is a form of payment. And not everybody wants their payments that they send to be seen by the public. Everything is on the public blockchain ledger. And, whenever you send a payment using PayPal or your bank account, nobody else in the public sees that information, just you. So why not implement a change to the Bitcoin protocol so that it can act more like an actual payment system? I don't see a problem with this. I think that this could be a big positive change for the Bitcoin protocol. Now, everybody has to be on board with this for it to actually take shape and be implemented on the blockchain. So we'll have to wait and see what the developers come up with. Now, this article, I can post it in the chat for you guys if anybody's interested, but it talks about a few other changes that have to occur on the Bitcoin blockchain in order for Taproot to be added. There needs to be like 2 other BIPs for Taproot to be implemented on the blockchain. And one of those changes would actually help speed up and scale Bitcoin. So that would be another very positive thing. Again, I can link this if you guys want, but really, really great stuff there. The next article that I wanted to point out was talking about Square. For those of you that are new, Square is one of the larger Bitcoin trading platforms, I guess. And this one, Square, is mainly used by capital investors. So the fact that Square's Bitcoin sales are skyrocketing like the title suggests, proves that Bitcoin is moving in a very good direction. For a very long time, capital investors, retail investors were wary of getting into Bitcoin just because they didn't know what it was. Now people are starting to do their research and take time to figure out what exactly Bitcoin is and why it's important. And they're starting to come into the market. This could also be another reason why we're starting to see the price rise in Bitcoin. The next article, I didn't really read this one all too well, but Fidelity did some research and posted it to the public, and the results of their research show that Bitcoin is moving in a very positive direction towards or on the market. And I think that the reason that Fidelity is opening a trading desk for cryptocurrencies, or Bitcoin, I should say, is because of the research that they did. With Fidelity opening up a Bitcoin trading desk, we're going to see a huge influx of just all kinds of different investors. So many people use Fidelity. It's an $8 trillion market on the Fidelity platform that is going to be introduced to Bitcoin in a few weeks. So very, very, very big deal there. The last thing that I wanted to talk about, I don't have it up here. There was a website that was created to, I guess, show the identity of Satoshi Nakamoto. This is something that has been on my mind a lot lately. And who is Satoshi? Let's see. Let's see if I can find it, guys. Can I invest in crypto without paying fees? So there's always going to be fees associated with purchasing, just like you would on the stock market. But they're very minimal compared to the stock market. In fact, I can show you guys. Let's see. Let's see if I can show you guys some of Pro. Uh-oh. So let's see. Let's go down to where Bitcoin was at an all-time high. These are buys and sells for me for Bitcoin itself. And I did a $15,000 purchase, over $15,000 purchase, and the fee was only $37. So I spent $15,000 and the fee to purchase that was only $37. And since that was a year ago, since then they've implemented segregated witness, I believe, at Coinbase. So the fees are even lower now. I think that would only be like a couple of dollars now. So fees are very, very low. Fees are very low. I wouldn't worry about that at all. But the last thing that I wanted to talk about today, guys, was this website, gotsatoshi.com. They're claiming to unveil Satoshi in 6 days' time, but somebody that did a little bit of research online was quick to dismiss this website just because Bitcoin.org was essentially created on a domain that is completely anonymous, and the creator of Bitcoin.org, Satoshi Nakamoto, paid for it with cash, making them completely anonymous. Nobody will ever know who started Bitcoin.org. This website, gotsatoshi.com, was created on GoDaddy. So if there was a court ordering to find out who created this website, GoDaddy would have to disclose that information. So this is basically child's play, essentially, is what this writer was talking about whenever they said, whenever they were talking about this website. I don't think we're going to find out who Satoshi is in 6 days with this website. And like I said before in one of my other videos, I think it's fun to not know who Satoshi is. Yeah, Scott, if you're trying to get into cryptocurrencies, in the description of this video, I have a link that you can use to Coinbase, and it helps out my channel, I think. So you'll go to Coinbase, you'll set up an account, you'll have to do Know Your Customer, and then you can start purchasing all of the main cryptocurrencies on Coinbase. You can purchase Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, basically all of the big name cryptocurrencies are on Coinbase at the moment. Even BAT is on Coinbase. So this browser that I'm using right now, the Brave browser, really cool stuff. They just implemented ads on their browser, so you can actually earn BAT now just by viewing ads on websites that you go to normally. So let's say I go to CoinMarketCap and there's this ad and this ad up here. Well, Brave will actually pay me for having to look at those ads. That, or I can just turn off ads altogether. It has a built-in ad blocker. But why do that whenever you can get paid to actually view the ads? It's a very cool concept. They're basically sharing the revenue that they receive from these ads with you. So really, really cool stuff there. I'm excited. I've already made 12 cents in just the past week, and I haven't even really been at my computer that much. So really, really cool stuff there. BAT tokens are probably going to go up in value, just like everything else on the market will, most likely. But this is a really cool concept here. And I'm getting sidetracked because today was supposed to be all about Bitcoin. But, oh, here we go. Bitcoin fell to 57.50 and it's still dropping. Like I was saying earlier, the volume wasn't supporting this push up past the resistance. So I didn't feel like that support was going to actually become the next support. I didn't feel like this resistance was about to become the support. I definitely think that we're going to see some of the whales probably take profits here. And I think that's exactly what we're seeing right now. And again, this could still continue going in an upward trend until Fidelity hits the market. I could see that happening as well. Oh, wow. Holy crap, guys. This is big news. Breaking. Binance hot wallets lose 7,000 Bitcoin in large-scale security breach. Uh-oh. That's not good. So Binance just got hacked, guys. That's why they have shut down all withdrawals and deposits on Binance. Breaking news, Binance, a Malta-registered Bitcoin and crypto asset exchange that is one of the most well-respected in the market, has just revealed that it has been slammed by a large-scale security breach. The platform reports a loss of 7,000 Bitcoin valued at $42 million at current values. Holy crap, guys. This is a big deal. See, this is what I read earlier on Twitter. CZ, the owner of Binance, or the creator of Binance, said have to perform some unscheduled server maintenance that will impact deposits and withdrawals for a couple hours. So he basically lied to all of us, saying that it was just some server maintenance that they were doing. But clearly they were hacked and 7,000 Bitcoin was stolen. I wonder what they're going to do now. What happens there? I don't know, to be honest. They'll probably take the loss. Hopefully they take the loss and it doesn't affect the users, because this is clearly a slip up on them. In the past, if it bankrupted these exchanges, then everybody would just take the loss, all of the users. And that's why it's very important, guys, to not leave funds on exchanges. In fact, I was just doing some trading earlier on Binance, and I pulled my funds off immediately after I was done. And I must have gotten out just in time, because my funds are still showing as there on the exchange, even though I withdrew them. So I must have gotten out just in time before they shut down withdrawals. Really happy about that, but I hope that this doesn't affect the user base. I hope that they take the loss on this, because $42 million is a lot of money, but for the largest exchange in the world, which Binance is, it might not be too much of a loss. We'll have to wait and see what comes of this, but and I kind of want to see what their response is to this, because I don't like that they lied and said that this was server maintenance. That's not cool. They need to be more upfront and open about these things. And that's one of the things that centralized exchanges are always going to have this problem. They're always going to be vulnerable to these attacks, which is why I keep stressing decentralized exchanges are the way of the future. We have to start moving towards that. And right now there's just not enough volume on DEXs, but we have to move towards that. My understanding is that is completely untraceable. There are ways to make Bitcoin untraceable by basically moving the money around and then using services that mix the Bitcoin. You could definitely make it untraceable, but it's it's not completely untraceable unless you use those services, which somebody that steals, this much money is definitely going to do that. And then, they can take that money and then go purchase an actual untraceable cryptocurrency like Monero or Zcash or what's that new one that I heard about just the other day? Gren. That's a new privacy coin. Verge is a privacy coin. Dash is a privacy coin. You could easily swap out that Bitcoin unless it gets blacklisted immediately on exchanges. So if here's one of the problems that I have with these hackers, besides the fact that they're stealing other people's money. When they steal Bitcoin like this, when they steal from exchanges, those Bitcoins get blacklisted on all the other exchanges around the world. And once they become blacklisted, they stay blacklisted. So if somebody accidentally picks up one of those Bitcoins that's in rotation from, a mixing service or off of another exchange, then they go to trade on their favorite exchange and it's blacklisted, then their account gets deleted. And if they insert that Bitcoin onto the exchange before their account gets deleted, they lose those funds. It's a very, very terrible thing to have happen to you. So this is a really shitty thing to do in all aspects. Besides the fact that you're stealing other people's money, you're making it very difficult for anybody that ever touches those coins. But this isn't the first time that we've seen, cryptocurrency exchanges get hacked, and it's definitely not going to be the last time that we see cryptocurrency exchanges get hacked. That's just a part of the game. You could purchase on an exchange and you're done trading for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to see you guys next time. I'll let you guys know on my Twitter before I go live. That's going to be it for today. Crypto Clay out.